Hello and welcome to Claude Mann Stadium in Malvern for tonight's matchup between the Malvern Leopards and the Robinson Senators, brought to you by the Arkansas Army National Guard and Razor Polish, the sharpest concrete floors in America. We want to say we appreciate them, as well as Arkansas Sports Network for the game of the week, and we are glad to be here. Brad Caldwell, Blake Miller, and gang here today as we are excited to bring you a 4A7 matchup. And Blake, it's good to be back after a couple-week layoff.
Yeah, that's right, man. And we're gonna have a good matchup here tonight, but I think Malvern's gonna have their hands full a little bit with Joe T. Robinson. I mean, it's a team that can put up a lot of points, and Malvern, they're going to be out their quarterback today, Cedric Simmons. Braylon Watson, normally playing running back, is going to replace him today at quarterback.
So we always try to bring you a little bit of a slant on the Razorbacks, and you get to see the future Razorbacks. And tonight you're here to see Mr. Big Mountain, Big E'Marion Harris, 6 foot 7 inch, 370 pounds, and a guy that, Sam Pittman and his team is trying to get bigger along the offensive line. You saw that against Georgia, where the size of Georgia really, Arkansas just could not match up to it. I'll tell you what, 6 foot 7 and 370 pounds, you're going to have an opportunity.
I mean, getting big guys like him is how you start that process of getting the kind of guys you want to really move guys at the first and second level in the running game. Arkansas has shown this year they can get good running backs into the program. I mean, they got 2 true freshmen right now that are just balling. I mean, you get some big nasties in front of him like Harris. You're going to open up holes. I mean, it's a good signing for the Razorbacks, and I'm excited to watch him play tonight.
It is, and boy, we were wanting a chance to watch big Cedric Simmons here, a guy that has lit up the ground and the passing attack for the Leopards. Unfortunately, Simmons fell to an injury against Hot Springs Lakeside earlier this season. We kind of got a word that he might play tonight, but he isn't going to play. So the Leopards are going to come in, and I think they're going to incorporate a single wing attack tonight. Basically some old school football. Like I said earlier, the only team that I know in the state of Arkansas that runs a single wing is the Clarksville Panthers, and they're going to try to push on you. They're going to try to get 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They're going to try to do misdirection where you don't know who the ball is going to, and I would assume with the athletes that Malvern has, it could pose problems if you don't know how to defend it.
If you don't know how to defend it, and like you said, I mean, only one other team that we know of in the state runs that offense. So, I mean, exactly how prepared can Joe T. Robinson be for something that, no one's really seen that much of?
I don't know, but we're getting ready for kickoff. It's 20 seconds away here as we bring you the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Again, brought to you by the Army National Guard and Razor Polish, and we are excited. And we would like to also remind you that we've got some awesome upcoming games. I'm looking forward to November the 4th, folks. Quincy McAdoo and the Clarendon Lions going to be taking on the Des Arc Eagles in the regular season finale. Lots of implications on that game. Quincy McAdoo, some have even said he's the best wide receiver in the whole entire nation. I'm excited to get a chance to see him.
Yeah, I'm glad he's right here in state. We get to have a look at a guy that's, I mean, if you're that highly touted, I mean, you got to get a look at somebody like that, and you got to hope the Hogs can get somebody like that.
So here we go. Robinson's going to be kicking off to Malvern. These Robinson numbers are hard to see.
White jerseys with gold numbers. It's
not a lot of contrast there.
Not a lot of outline.
So we will be guessing tonight.
We'll do our best.
Here's the kick. And it goes back to number 4, and that's Braylon Watson. Watson making the first man miss, gets across the 20-yard line, out to about the 23, and that's where Malvern will start their offense.
They about had him at the 12. Really good move, but only able to get up to, looks like the 22-yard line.
The quickness and the speed, that's where Malvern is going to have to try to use that tonight, but I'll tell you what, when you're trying to use that against a team like Robinson, you may be in for a long night. Robinson has been a team over the last, 10 years, we'll say, that has sent several Division I prospects, including Harris, who is down there on the defensive line as well as the offensive line. And Harris is going to line up on the left side, the left defensive end. Looking at the size mismatch there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the size of that right tackle, and it doesn't look too good.
Shotgun, they're running a little option. Spreading it out.
Down. Oh.
That goes out to Jalen Dupree. Dupree loses some yards there. It looks like he's going to lose about 5 on that play. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 15 for the Leopards.
Trying to see the number on who made that tackle. I'm not sure who that was.
So here we go, 2nd down. 2nd down and 15. They've got it down as 14 on the down box. Handoff goes to Dupree. He cuts it back. He's going to try to get to the outside. Oh, boy, almost got out to the 30. Picks up, let's see here, about 9 on that play. So he got some back, and he's in good position here. Going to bring up a 3rd down. Looks like about 5.
And yeah, Dupree making a great move as soon as he passes the defensive lineman, but that shows you the speed of Joe T. Robinson to get him before he can really turn the corner.
Shotgun formation. Fake to Dupree. Watson gets up, and he's going to be enough for a 1st down using his quickness and falling forward. Looks like he gained about 7 yards, and Malvern gets a 1st down.
I mean, these two guys running the football, it's dangerous. Number 4, number 2, if either one of those guys can get the ball, it's all about if he can make the right read, if he can, decide to keep it or decide to give it up. Just depending on who's coming at him, who's really where Harris is. You don't want the ball anywhere near that guy.
We're going to watch Harris here on this play. Shotgun formation again. Malvern runs away from the option. Coming off the side there for Robinson was number 3. That's Brawani Bonner, and he's a senior coming off the corner there. And I hope I got that number right.
And again, he makes the first guy miss, but the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th guy are right there.
And
waiting.
I think I didn't get that one. I think it's Caden Blaylock. Caden Blaylock there. He made that tackle there, but like I said, it's hard to see those numbers for Robinson. 2nd down and 13 after the loss. Watson going on a little bit of a quarterback power. Good block there by Dupree, and gets over the 35. He gets about 6 there. Let's say 5 there.
Looking at 3rd and 8.
So Dupree gained 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. Now this is a possible passing situation. No, Malvern's really not looking to do a lot of that tonight. They're going to keep the ball on the ground. We're going to see what happens here in 3rd down. 3 wide receivers to the left, singled up on the right. Fake to Dupree. Jailbreak there.
Took a shot.
Number 54 for Robinson come through. Turning it over to the offense of Robinson. That's a scary thing right now.
Yeah, they're explosive offense. He had maybe 2 seconds to throw that football.
Oh, no, I don't even not.
No time to get a route.
Yeah, I don't think he even had 2 there. It seemed like when he caught it, he was basically being hit. So here's the punt.
It felt like a half second to him, I'm sure.
I'm sure it did.
Oh,
did he touch it?
Did that hit him?
They're not going to call it. It's down. And that's down by number 32, Jonathan Morehouse. And so now Robinson takes over on their own 30-yard line. 8 minutes and 59 seconds to go here in the first quarter play.
Ooh, that ball was close to hitting him, Brad.
That
ref's a lot closer than me. I'm not going to say I'm right, but the way he reacted, looked like he knew he did something wrong.
It was almost a guilty thing, wasn't it?
Almost.
So here we are, 8:59 left in the first quarter. Robinson coming out in the shotgun. I'm going to have to try to see their quarterback's number here, and I'll get it here in just a minute. Snap goes to him. Handoff goes up the middle. Nice job by Malvern, but he's going to get out. Looks like close to the 35. maybe just shy. We're going to give it 4 yards on that play. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Cersei on the carry.
On the tackle.
So Cersei gains 4 on his first carry. 2nd down and 6 for Robinson. Harris over here on the left side, the left tackle. Cersei getting outside. Malvern's there. I don't think you're going to be able to run east and west on them and have a ton of success.
Oh, no. I mean, just on these first few plays, they've showed they know how to tackle. I mean, guys in the open field just really wrapping up, doing a good job.
But one thing I will say, they're already in a good pattern here. It's 3rd down and 3. That looks like a short 3. Pistol formation. Man goes in motion. They fake the jet going up the middle. Boy, it's going to be close. Looks like they're going to spot him just across the 40-yard line. That's going to be enough to move the chains. That's another 4-yard gain. I think that was Cersei again. 3 carries, 11 yards so far for Cersei.
I know that play didn't result in a lot, but watching Harris there at the left tackle position, he got off the ball fast and got to the second level and got hooked on that linebacker real quick, and he wasn't getting away. It shows his speed. That's why why the Hogs want him.
You like the long arms, the length, the size of him. You like to see that so far. Fake goes to Cersei, rolling out.
What a hit.
Nice job there. Good defense there by Malvern. First attempt by Cleveland was
talk about closing speed.
Incomplete.
And that looked like the 3rd down play that Watson just had on their first drive.
So 2nd down and 10 here for the Senators. Senators right now the favorite to win the 4A7. Malvern trying to have a say in that. Malvern 2-1 in the conference. Robinson 3-0. Here goes the handoff. Goes up to Cersei. Cersei comes off the left side of the line. Gets out to about the 48-yard line. That's going to be an 8-yard gain. So it's going to be 2 yards. 3rd down and 2 for... Yeah, boy, it is a long 2, isn't it? I'm going to say a long 3 there, and I'm going to take away a yard, give him 7. So that's a long 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought he got out to about the 48 there. Looks like they're going to spot it on the 47.
He rolled to midfield.
There he did. So here we go. 3rd and long 3. Malvern defense trying to make something happen here. Handoff goes to Cersei. He gets up the middle, cuts just a little bit, gets a 1st down. We're going to get all the way out to, it looks like a... Colleges are looking at him, but you know what? They've got some prospects on this line outside of Harris. Yeah, 2 wide receivers. Go ahead.
I can't remember his name. Eli, their left guard. He's started at that position for 4 years straight. He's been their left guard since he was a freshman. This is his senior year this year.
Cleveland, nice pass. I thought he had it there. And just overthrown. And we're trying to find out. That's Jakaisen Wright. Jakaisen Wright was the intended receiver on that play. You know you're confident, you know you're good when you're number 1, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So 2nd and 10. Here, 6:07 to play in the first quarter. Make sure you're hitting that share button, letting everybody know that you're watching the next Prospects on the Hill right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Here's the jet sweep way to block it on the edge there. They get out to Wright. Wright gets all the way down to the 35-yard line, and they're going to spot it.
Well, Malvern had about 5 guys around the football pretty quick. I mean, he got a great run, but right there at the end, I mean, he fought hard, but I mean, they got to him quick.
Wright picks up 5, and now it's 3rd and 5. Empty set. Cleveland looking to the right side, pumps, he rolls out, then throws it, and there's nothing there. Big play coming up, 4th down.
Not a good throw there. Threw it right at his feet.
Now, Robinson had a nice kicker, but I'll tell you what, this will be a 52-yarder right here. You got to be really good in high school, and it doesn't look like they're even thinking about it.
Oh, you know he wants to get out there. He's got to put something on his highlight reel. He wants it. But smart decision. Keep that good offense out there on the field. You only like 4 yards.
So it's a 4th and 4, long 4, short 5 here. 3 wide receivers to the right, singled up to the left. Fake to Searcy. Cleveland rolls out. It looks like he's got a room, and he does. Gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Malvern's been doing a pretty good job so far on this drive of containing the quarterback run. I mean, he's had to actually step back and throw the ball, but that time he turned around and all he saw was open grass. I mean, not a bad play.
I thought he had it the last time. I thought he could have taken it the last time, and he didn't. So now Robinson driving. Pistol formation, 2 wide receivers to the left and to the right. Handoff goes to Searcy. Searcy trying to bounce it outside. Malvern's going to tackle him. Looks like they're going to spot it down, about a 2-yard loss there. Bring up 2nd down and 12.
And big number 76, Vinny Winters, on defense there for Malvern. He's only a sophomore, I believe, but he's got also has interest from the Razorbacks.
Pistol formation. Handoff to Searcy. That's a new one. Number 19. But
looks like a false start.
Yeah. So a little false start. Going to back them up. First penalty of the night for either team. So it brings up 2nd down and 16 now.
I think they're confident they can get it back.
Looks like they're going to take a timeout. Let's take a quick one with them. 4:29 to go here in the first quarter play. 0-0 is your score. We'll be back here in just a moment with more Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Malvern as they run first play out of the timeout, picking up, looks like about maybe 5 or 6 there. We'll say
got the penalty yards back.
6, so
yeah. 3rd down and 10. Coming up for Joe T. Robinson.
And I don't have number 19 on the roster. Was that 15 maybe? Noah Freeman. We're going to go with that. Noah Freeman on the carry. 6-yard gained.
Well, looks like they might have moved
Cleveland
early.
backed up. Nice throw. He gets to right. Big hit.
And what a
there
hit.
By Malvern. Jabri Artis on the hit. Handoff goes up the middle. Nice job there by number 46.
Read it like a book.
Yes, he did. We don't have him.
No.
Good play, though.
Yeah. I mean, the whole defensive line, they couldn't, even big old Harris down there couldn't move them. Harris is going to say, hey, you get one of those.
Steve just asked. Shotgun formation. Handoff goes up the middle. Malvern's there. Oh, ball came out.
It looked like he might have been
down. It looks like Malvern thinks they've got it.
It looked like he might have been ruled down.
So, loss of 2 there on the play. 3rd and 12.
Trouble getting lined up here.
Oh,
Jump off sides maybe?
No, he didn't go in. Nice job. He turned himself sideways not to go into the neutral zone. Cleveland drops back to pass. Now we've got it looks like maybe a delay of game, and it is. So that's going to back them up a little bit more, and it's going to be 3rd and 17 now.
I mean, they've shown they can get those penalty yards back, so we'll see.
Now
maybe a quick run, get it back, and then
they have a kid that can kick a field goal from here for sure.
And now they're finally down here where they can manageable distance.
Cleveland had a back to the right, and there's that same play from 3rd down. It's not going to be a 1st down.
That route's been open all night.
Jackson Jr. again coming up with a catch. And they're in the hurry up now, 13-yard gain there. So 4th down.
Where he used to be.
Very well-designed play there, and Cleveland stepping up in the pocket. Of course, he's got a very nice, clean pocket to step into.
Oh, that's right.
So 4th and 2 here.
His blind side is protected.
As we are winding down here in the first quarter. Trying to get somebody to jump off sides. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. I don't know if they're going to get this off. 2, 1, they're not.
They're going to call timeout.
They did. That's going to be their second charged timeout here of the first half. 1 minute, 18 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. 4th down and 2 as we are driving down inside the 3-yard line, and the score still 0-0. We'll be back here in just a moment with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. 4th down and 2. They can pick up a 1st down. Cleveland in the shotgun. Single back to the right-hand side. Motion man comes across. Cleveland rolls out to the right. There's pressure on him.
He's got a guy in the back.
And Malvern comes up with a stop. And Malvern stops. Joe T. Robinson gets the ball back deep in their own territory. But a huge play by the Leopards, and you can tell they feel really good about that.
It looked like there were a couple guys in the back of the end zone that were going to be open, but, I mean, it closed up quick. Great coverage there by Malvern.
And you know, it looked like, I believe it was number 8, Angel Perez, got some pressure on Cleveland, and, boy, it was just enough to keep them from scoring. And that long drive by Robinson turns into nothing, and now Malvern gets it. Going to be shotgun in their own end zone, ball on the 3-yard line, 1 minute and 13 seconds left here in the first quarter play. Tight set here. This looks a little bit more like the single wing that we thought we were going to see. Gets about 2 yards on that run.
Just doing whatever they can not to go backwards. Joe T. Robinson set up to get a safety right here.
I'll tell you what, Watson is quick, though, is he not?
Oh, yeah.
Quick as a hiccup.
That's right.
Under a minute to play now. 2nd down and 5. Or 2nd down and 9, I should say. option. He cuts it up, gets inside, gets across the 5. That's about it, though. Going to give him to the 6.
I think you should have gave that one up.
Possibly. So now we got 3rd down, and they're going to call it 7. 2-yard gain by Watson. So now Malvern deep in their end zone. They really need to pick up a 1st down here to flip to keep from keeping Robinson on this side of the field.
I mean, their offense isn't anything too crazy right now either. I mean, you're either handing the ball off or it's a quarterback keeper. So I mean, they're only really having to guard against a couple of things. So you're making it easy for Joe T. Robinson's defense right now.
So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 0-0 is your score as we go into the second quarter of play, and we'll be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, we're in quarter number 2. 0-0, surprisingly a little bit, I think, after the first quarter play. Now, Malvern trying to do something just not to give it back to Robinson on their own side of the field. Watson gets outside. It looks like he's going to get it down to about the 14-yard line, and that's going to be real close. They are moving the chains.
First down.
That's going to be a 7-yard gain. And I'll tell you what, Watson used his quickness to get inside just a little bit. He just needed the crease, and he got one.
Just that little juke move at the second level. Just get that linebacker to miss just a little bit. Able to get the first down on that one.
11 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first half of play.
Got 2 receivers split out on the right side. Got one tight on the left. Handoff, left side. Looked like no gain. Handoff there to Dupree. They tackled right away. Going to be 2nd down and 10. Or 2nd down and 9.
9, so they're going to give him a short
yard.
Short gain there. So Watson looking to take the snap now. You got 3 wide receivers spread out. H back on the right-hand side. Malvern keeping it on the ground again. Boy, Dupree just hit that hole quickly. You thought he was going to get a little bit more, but I tell you what, as much speed as Malvern has, so does Robinson.
And Malvern's only got to hold their block for just a second because he's going to get through that hole pretty quick.
Well, I'm telling you what, those are 2 quick backs back there. And I tell you what, when you pair a Cedric Simmons in with those 2, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
You got quite an offense here at Malvern. And I think from what I'm hearing, Simmons might be back next week. We'll see. We sure would like to see him tonight. But Malvern doing all that they can right now. Here's the handoff to Dupree. He cuts it up the middle, little shimmy, little shake. But I tell you what, he might get there. But as quick as he is, Robinson's right there.
That's got to be so frustrating for the defender. I mean, he had him. And he stopped on a dime and just darted straight to the sideline.
So he picks up, looks like about 4 on that play.
Going to be 4th and 2.
4th and 2 on this one. I don't know. Are they going to be brave enough to go for it? Looks like they are. And really, you've got to keep the ball as much as you can if you're Malvern, if you want to have any chance of winning this ball game.
Yeah, and that Joe T. Robinson, they got all the way down to the goal line before they turned it over. So, I mean, that's somebody that you've shown that you are having trouble stopping. You got to keep them off the field as much as you can. And it looks like somebody's calling a timeout. Malvern is going to take, I think, their first timeout.
They are. So Malvern takes a timeout. We'll take it with them. 9:57 left here in the first half of play, 0-0. We'll come back here in just a moment with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back here at Malvern. Malvern now elects to punt. Back to punt is Chase McAllister. Here's the punt. It's a wobbler. Going to get out to, about the 47, 48-yard line. Looks like Robinson will start off in Malvern territory.
I think Malvern's okay with them not returning to punt. You can just get them to midfield. You know, if he would have caught that, he was at least going to get 20 yards on that punt return. There wasn't going to be a whole lot of people around him.
9 minutes and 51 seconds to go. Robinson on their second possession. Malvern has done a decent enough job of keeping the ball. Robinson drove all the way down to the 2-yard line. Malvern was able to get off the field. Now Robinson tries again.
Oh, lost it. Oh, and Malvern.
It's an incomplete pass. It's an incomplete pass. That was pitched it was pitched forward. I tell you what.
That, for just a split second, that looked like a scoop and score.
Yes, it was a foot. They pitched it forward. Got to make a football play, though. Got to make a football play on that.
I'm going to need to talk to my football lawyers.
Right. Let's not talk about lawyers right now, okay?
Counsel.
Get a little nervous. Cleveland back to pass. He goes deep down the field, and, boy, he almost had him right there.
Looked like a good throw. I'm not sure if he dropped it or if that was just a tad overthrown.
And that was Wright again. Wright he looked like he was open there, but probably just a tad behind him. So 9:41 now to play. 3rd down and 10. Malvern's got him in a good position. They don't need to let him out right here. Shotgun formation. Flank off to the left is Searcy. 2 wide receivers on each side. There's pressure by Malvern. Cleveland gets it off. Wright catches it. It's not going to be enough, though. They're going to get out to about the 41-yard line.
Catch the ball. Looked like the defender was at least going to get his fingertips on it. I mean, went up, got the catch, but I mean, if only he could have fell 3 more yards.
Right.
Cleveland
gets it out to Searcy, and he was blocked right into him. Harris blocked him right, the defender right into him, knocked him down. Unfortunately, he knocked his own ball. It was a little bit, he got a little deep on there too, and I'm sure that it's just a weird play, really, is what ended up happening. You don't see that too often.
A better ball by Cleveland might have led him behind Harris.
Yeah, so Robinson loses about 7 on that play, and Malvern gets it, and they're hanging in there with him.
just like that. They got it back, 1st and 10.
Not going to gain anything on that one.
Not a big play, but you can see Malvern, they're really pushing Joe T. Robinson's defensive line back.
Malvern,
as far as the battle of the line of scrimmage, Malvern's winning it when they're on offense right now.
Was that Dupree on the carry?
Yeah, that was Dupree.
So 2nd down and 8. Dupree picked up 2 yards on that play. Snap, the jet sweep, and there they are. They're not going to get outside too much on them. That's for sure.
Malvern's got to prove they can be a threat throwing the football.
Yeah.
Because Joe T. Robinson, they're packing the box. They're coming. They're pinning their ears back, and they got a defensive back on a blitz almost every play. So they know what's coming. Malvern's good at it, but when the defense pretty much knows what you're trying to do, it's tough to find any space to do anything.
Loss of 4 on the play. They're going to bring in a new quarterback, and that's Evan Myers. So Evan Myers must be the passing quarterback. Myers drops back
to pass,
steps up, and he's going to get brought down for a loss. Looks like he lost. We got a flag on the play, though. So let's see what they pick up.
If you're
going
to be the passing quarterback, you got to get a pass off, man.
Put a lot of pressure.
That's your time. That's right. They came up the middle, and, man, that talk about a pocket collapsing on you. Big guy, E'Marion Harris, jogging off the field.
So 4th down and a long way to go here.
Looked like E'Marion Harris just needed
19 is what they're going to call it. So Myers loses 7.
Let's see, that's going to be, 4th and 19. And it looks like a timeout. Malvern's going to use their 2nd timeout. Each team with 1 timeout remaining left in the half.
So Myers took a 7-yard loss there. And now Malvern.
Surely they're not discussing to go for it.
They're definitely not just to go for it.
They're making sure their punt team is correct. No, that's it's not. It's not Lane Kiffin. Looks like E'Marion Harris is that him coming back into the game? It's so hard to read the numbers. No, he's still over on the sideline. Yeah, surely he's not going to be on the punt return team.
Oh, ball almost snapped over the head. He does get the kickoff. He's angling it away.
Not a bad punt.
A good Malvern bounce. Going to bounce out inside the 20-yard line. Going to be spotted.
16.
That's a pretty good spot right there.
Yeah, it is. I think it bounced out at the 19.
Yeah.
I was thinking just inside the 20, but hey, we're up here. He's down there.
There you go.
He's got the hat on.
7:03 left here as Robinson's going to take over. Again, surprisingly here, a 0-0 ball game. Malvern, especially with Simmons out, you really didn't expect Malvern to maybe give this type of game to what I think everybody kind of feels is the conference favorite.
It makes you think, what's their passing game look like when Simmons is in the game?
Yeah.
We're really seeing a watered-down Malvern offense.
Boy, they're swarming.
He spun out of that hole for a second, thought he was going to get somewhere, but there were 3 more guys just waiting.
So that's a loss of 5 yards. And I know right now that Coach Escola is not real pleased with what's going on the field.
Oh, no. And you can't be right now. They're stopping you at every turn.
Coming up on the halfway mark here in the second quarter of play. 2nd down and 15 now. Not a lot of offense going in this ball game so far.
Malvern coming in as the underdog.
Oh, for sure.
They want to prove that they can hang with these guys.
Cleveland, he's dropping back to pass. He's got all day. He's looking deep.
Oh,
what a play!
What?
Oh!
I mean, he had the ball in his hands, and as he fell to the
right in stride. He hit him right in the face mask, and great throw by Cleveland. Unfortunately, it's going to go down as an incomplete pass, as he just wasn't able to finish the catch.
He almost caught that ball on another man's helmet.
That was a phenomenal play in itself, but that ground stopped it. And I've always wondered why the ground would be able to cause the incompletion if it can't cause a fumble. That's always been my question. So motion man goes to the left-hand side of the play, and we've got a delay
flag.
of game.
Yeah.
Delay of game, so that's going to back them up. 3rd down and 15 turns into 3rd down and about 20, it looks like.
We'll see if they go back to their money route and getting that safety out of the way and then running the post right behind
You know,
him.
they're playing those safeties wide. That hole is open. Cleveland steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. Is
too much green grass not to.
And oh boy, he's going to get almost all the yardage back.
Depends on no, he's going to be a yard short.
19-yard gain for Cleveland.
Ooh, 4th and 1.
Yeah, 4th and 1. This is a big call right here.
Is it a no-brainer, Brad?
No, it's definitely not a no-brainer.
Oh, the way Jack Cleveland's standing on that field, he seems confident they're going to go for it. And he wants to. Punter nowhere in sight. Looks like they're going to do it. Man, if you don't get it here.
It's a tough one.
At the 25.
Cleveland. He's going up.
Oh, and he.
Oh, did he get it?
I don't think he
know.
did.
It looks like they're going to call him short, and that's a tough play. And what a play.
And knew he had to get to the 21.
Well,
that's what he's arguing about.
Here's the thing. They're taking a timeout. Let's just stay right here. So here's the thing. On the one side, you had the ref that seemed like he had the actual better view of it because the ball was on the left-hand side. The ref on the left-hand side actually seemed to mark him shorter. The ref on the right-hand side marked him just past the pole. They actually gave it to him on the right-hand side. I'm not sure it was a great call. It did look a little bit short. I'm not totally sure that he got it.
And it's a tough call to make, too, with all those bodies around him. It's hard to determine where his forward progress really was.
And, Coach Plumlee, he's got a right to be upset, no doubt about that.
That could have went both ways, and it just did not work out for him that time.
And I'll tell you, and again, I'm not trying to question referees. I know referees have a hard enough job as it is. But just looking at where the ball is spotted at the 21 seems like it was a generous spot.
Yeah. It looks like they gave him, when you got that many guys around the ball carrier, you got to go by where that pile's moving. And, the pile could have been in one place and he could have been in another, but who knows. But, yeah, he's got a reason to be mad.
So, Robinson gets a new set of downs here. And Malvern just took their final timeout. Or do they
look like he jumped early. Looked like the right tackle jumped early there for Joe T.
Now, the scoreboard has each team with one timeout left that I can see.
Yeah, one timeout for each team.
Okay. So now
25 left in the half.
Now procedure penalty. So far, Robinson's got four penalties for 20 yards so far in the game.
And the way their offense is going today, they're going to need all 525 to get to the to score this time. And they're just not doing.
Who would have thought?
Not doing what you would think Joe T. Robinson would do.
Not saying we're going to go into the half scoreless, but boy, 5:25 left. You don't see too many games anymore with no score with this far into the game.
Empty set.
Yep. Cleveland looking. He's making some calls here.
I'm thinking quarterback draw right here.
Cleveland looks.
Nope.
He's throwing out. He's got his man. Nice move. And
broke a tackle.
Uh-oh, he may be off to the races. He's got a block. He's going all the way, 30, 20, and he's going to be stopped about the 22-yard line. And run goes up the middle.
Looks like they're going to give him 2, maybe 3.
There's actually a 56-yard play on that. 2nd down and 4.
2nd and 6.
6, I'm sorry. Cleveland in the grasp. He is brought down behind the line. Going to be a loss of 1.
He tried to stretch that back to the line of scrimmage, but I think they're going to mark him for no gain. Yeah, 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's a long 6, just looking at the marker, though.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and 7. They changed it.
Yeah, they changed it back. There we go. I'm thinking middle of the field, post route. I think they're about to score on them.
Cleveland stepping up in the pocket, and he throws an interception.
Oh.
Now Malvern bringing it back. He's across the 20 to the 30-yard line, where he's going to be pushed out at about the 33-yard line. What a play.
I mean, you're tired on defense. You've been on the field for only a few plays. But, I mean, it's been a defensive battle this whole half, trying to get a turnover, and finally you get that pick. And you have a chance to actually score and go into the half with a lead. But they got a long way to go.
So now Malvern back into that single wing formation there. You've got a fullback and a tailback in the shotgun. Fake pitch. I'm telling you, there's just so much speed on the field. It's just unbelievable. It'll blow your mind. And so when you think there's a hole open, there's not.
It closes quick. These guys are getting off blocks, and when they do, they can close on the ball very fast.
2nd down and 9 here. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first half of play. It has been a defensive battle, a very opportunistic defense, I must say, by the Malvern Leopards, has kept them in this ball game. Couple times Robinson has driven down the field, but Malvern has been there to stop them in one way or the other. Here's the snap. Handoff goes up, gets up to about the 30, 35, 36, 37. We'll call it the 38-yard line now.
Joe T. Robinson, this is a team who scored 49 points in the first half last week against Nashville.
So 2nd and 9 goes to 3rd and 4, and you're right. This team is explosive.
And they're not used to being shut out.
Tell you what, Coach J.D. Plumley of Malvern, he's got his team ready tonight. So 3 wide receivers to the left-hand side. Handoff goes off to the left. And it's going to be, looks like a little bit short. The ball's going to be placed on the 42.
And Malvern, they just can't break one. And they get to the second level, and the defense closes on them every single time. And they try to, props to them. And they can make a really good first move, but, it's not just one guy in the open field. They got to make miss. It's 11 guys out there, and they're all swarming to the football.
Come up on 2 minutes to go. 4th down and 1. Malvern is going for it. Hand off to Dupree. He gets up. He's going to have the first down, and he's going to back his way all the way out to looks like about the 48. He's still going.
And they're still trying to get him down, too, well after the whistle.
He gets the 48, picks up 6. And 1:46 to play now. Malvern is going to have to pick it up a little bit, go a little bit faster here.
Yeah.
As the clock is definitely not on their side right now.
That's the thing about not really having a passing game. I mean, you're going to milk the clock. And that clock is always going to be running.
Right now is not a bad time.
And run left side, keeper by Watson, falls forward, might get 2.
Yeah, they might have gave him 3.
Looked like he slipped a little bit there before he got hit.
Got a flag on the play, though. What is the flag?
Looked like a face mask on Joe T. Robinson.
Oh, they're going to march it off as a face mask. So 1st and 10. Do they call it the 5-yard variety? Looks like they aren't going to call it. They're going to call a 15-yard variety. That's a big one right there. So
from up here, it looked like he slipped, but he got grabbed by the face mask and dragged straight down to the ground. So, yeah, you got no choice there for the officials. They got to give him the 15.
That's a big one right there. But we are at 1:18 now left here in the first half of play.
Clock's still running.
Watson fakes the handoff.
Fake.
Gets up. I mean, again, all you need is just a little bit of room there, and he got it. Well, this is big right here for Malvern. Could they score before the half? They're under a minute to go.
This defensive speed by Joe T. Robinson has got to be frustrating for Watson. And he really is. He is just an inch away from breaking one. But they catch up to him every time.
Handoff goes off to the left side. That's Dupree. Dupree gets up the field. He's across the 20 to the 10. Makes his move. Gets down to the 5, down to the 4, where he's pushed out of bounds with 35 seconds to go. And Malvern is 3. Back so far. 12 carries for 46 yards for Jalen Dupree. 70 yards of total offense for Malvern, and they're trying to punch one in here.
These two kids got to be tired. They've had every carry.
Watson gets up the field. He's all the way. That's a touchdown. Braylon Watson from 4 yards out, and Malvern has their lead 6-0.
And just a little bit of what we've seen all night. Just the fake handoff. Finds a little crease this time. All he needed was 4, and he's been getting about 4 yards of carry all night. So easy call there.
31.7 seconds to go. It looks like Malvern might be going for 2 here.
Why not? We might not have another touchdown.
So big play there by Watson, and they are going to go for 2. Malvern lost to Ashdown 21-8, I believe, last week. Apparently had problems in the red zone. They moved the ball between the 20s. Watson gets up. He's going to be stopped short, and that's going to be enough to bring us to a break here. 6-0 is your score. Malvern with the lead. We will be back with more Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here as Robinson takes the kickoff. And
looks like he got pushed out at they're going to call it the 27.
27, so 26.8 seconds to go. What will Robinson do in this situation? Will they try to push it downfield, maybe try to get a score? Or, and they do have a field goal kicker. I mean, in warm-ups, I saw They had a kid that was kicking field goals very well. So can they get down into range to possibly kick a field goal? I don't know.
And Jack Cleveland's got to be careful pushing the ball downfield against this Malvern defense. They're just coming off an interception.
Big left tackle E'Marion Harris lines up along with the Robinson offense.
It's like a screenplay.
Cleveland gets the screen up the field. Malvern seemed to be there, but he gets out. Going across the 40 all the way out to the 45. He's going to be pushed out about the 46-yard line.
That's exactly what you're hoping for on your first play.
I believe that was Kirby Owens. They just keep
way to get out of bounds, too.
They just keep bringing kids out there.
Stops the clock at 16 seconds.
So that was a 22-yard gain. Is that right?
Yep.
22-yard gain. Nothing there.
He's just going to take off.
Cleveland, he gets up the field.
Why not?
It was actually a great decision by him.
Get a first down and get out of bounds.
He was going to get he was about to get a legal man downfield, and it looks like we've got a flag, and is that what they're going to call it?
They're going to call it.
No, holding. They're going to bring it back. That might be enough to do it right there.
Yeah, 9 seconds left.
They do a runoff?
No. 9.5 seconds to go.
First and 10. Scoreboard's got first and 10. I haven't changed it yet.
So first and 20. No, 15. I'm sorry.
First and 16.
We'll get it right here in a minute. 9.5 seconds to go. Cleveland dropping back. He's throwing one to the sideline.
Ooh.
5.7 to go. Cleveland showed his arm off right there.
That's right. But you can show your arm off and throw it at your receiver, though. Both these things can happen at once.
5.7 to go.
And it looks like they're going to take a shot to the end zone. I hope they do, Brad. You never know what can happen.
Double pass.
Oh, no, he's going to take off with it.
Gets up the field. I think I'm going to call that a run there. Looked like he
threw it behind.
Yeah, so from the 41.
And that's halftime.
And that is halftime. Malvern takes a 6-0 lead going into the second half. Stay tuned here for more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week in just a few minutes.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center. Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. they'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today. There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Farm Credit supports rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services in good times and bad. We provide loans to farmers and ranchers, farmer-owned cooperatives, rural homebuyers, agribusinesses, and rural infrastructure providers. As cooperatives, we're locally owned and governed. We help agricultural producers feed the world. For America's farmers, Farm Credit, supporting rural communities and agriculture. Learn more today.
Here we are back at Claude Mann Stadium, and it is a stadium. You know, sometimes people say stadiums are really not a stadium. I'm going to go ahead and give this stadium quality. I love Malvern. They have rolled out the red carpet here for not just for the Arkansas Sports Network, but for everybody involved. Let's get to some halftime stats real quick. And you know, Robinson has dominated the yardage, but on the scoreboard, Malvern takes the 6-0 lead at the half. 105 yards passing for Robinson, 85 yards rushing for 190 total. They've got one turnover. That was late in the second half. A couple turnovers on downs. And then for Malvern only dropped back to pass one time. It didn't work out for them. 74 yards rushing for the Leopards for 74 yards total, but enough to get themselves in the end zone, Blake.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the one score we had the whole half. I mean, we really expected Joe T. Robinson to come into this game, pick apart this Malvern defense and, you know, light up the scoreboard like they're used to doing. But a big goose egg on their side of the scoreboard right now, and Malvern right now a lot of momentum at home. You normally don't have a lot of momentum in a 6-0 game, but I'm sure if Joe T. Robinson doesn't pick it up quick. I mean, Jack Cleveland's made some okay passes, but it's
Cleveland's
looked
enough. He's looked all right. He hasn't looked bad. I tell you what, you know, Robinson's moved it up and down the field.
They're just incomplete right when you don't need them to be.
But I tell you what, this first possession for both teams is huge. I don't know if I could even state it enough at this point, because Malvern has had trouble moving the ball until that last drive.
Yeah.
Dupree picked up a 25-yard gain there toward the end of the first half to set them up for the score. If Robinson can go down and score, they're right there back into this ball game. Really, they're dominating the ball game, moving the ball up and down the field. But you've got to give Malvern credit for the opportunistic defense that they have shown. Like I said, on a couple turnovers on downs, and then really one that should have been a turnover on downs right down here on their own end of the field. It didn't turn out for them.
Questionable spot, yeah. It was just a yard away.
But Malvern is playing hard. They are quick to the ball. They are ready for this game. This is a big-time 4A7 matchup. And, you know, these Malvern Leopards are not going to go quietly into that good night.
Yeah, I mean, Joe T. better hope they've made some adjustments at halftime, because Malvern right now has the assumption that they've got Joe T. Robinson completely figured out.
All right, do us a favor. We've got 1 minute and 2 seconds left. I want you to go hit that share button, and I want you to let everybody know that you're watching the Arkansas Sports Network. And the game of the week, you get a chance to see Big E'Marion Harris. Big E'Marion Harris has shown pretty well tonight. It's really hard to kind of take a look at a lineman and say, well, this is, you know, he's doing great. I mean, we'd love to have a quarterback, which we will have Quincy McAdoo very soon. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have him here in a couple weeks at Desark. He's going to light it up. He's going to be exciting. But I tell you what, when you're talking about what Arkansas is trying to do as far as getting bigger, E'Marion Harris fits that bill.
Yeah, that's right. It's exactly what Sam Pittman's looking for at Arkansas right now. He's a guy with that kind of size, and not just 6'7", 370 pounds, but a guy who can get from his spot on the line to the second level on run plays, and you'll really make a difference in the running game with his quickness. I mean, being able to we're not seeing anybody challenge him a whole lot in as far as the pass rush goes right now for Malvern, but the way he's looked in the run game, his speed getting to the second level, it looks like he's going to be able to keep up with some of these faster pass rushers.
I have seen him basically just watching him. He gets his hands on somebody, and then it's over.
Yeah.
At that point, right. Once he gets his hands on you, it's done.
You're going where he wants you to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's just big and strong, and he's really, honestly, looking at him, he's not putting out a ton of effort. Not to say that he's not trying, but he's not being challenged on this level. No. You know, I mean, 6'7" and 370 pounds. I've liked the way he's moved so far. You know, I don't expect him to go start on the hill, but I think that they've got a chance to, you know, in a couple years to get some good weight on him, you know, put that lean mass on him, and I think he's got a chance to be a good one for the Razorbacks.
Getting set for the kickoff right here.
That's it. So Malvern's kicking it off. Big drive here as we start the third quarter. Ball is angled. It's going to be picked up about the 20-yard line, coming across the 30, and back. Looks like they're going to stop him about. Where are they going to spot that one? They're going to spot that one about the 29.
Well, I thought he made it just past the 30.
There's no doubt he did.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Some good forward progress there. I mean, he drove right back into
Let's
the
see.
track.
Where are they going to spot it? Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it across the 30. So good spot here by the referees. Getting it down. It looks like we're going to start on the 32. So there you go. We're going to start on the 32-yard line, first down and 10.
This Joe T. Robinson offense, eager to show they can get something done.
And they need to. They need to because it's, just finished drive right now. Cersei gets the ball, hands off up the middle, gets about 3 yards, going to be to the 35-yard line, second down and 7. And really when the offense of Robinson was most effective, it was when Cersei was getting the ball and they were playing off of Cersei and the play action pass off of him.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, just opening up the middle of the field. Yeah, I mean, we saw there on a couple of times.
Oh, what a play coming in by number 6. That's Jabri Artis. Boy, what a play by Artis. And
good move initially, but man, you just can't escape somebody coming in that fast.
Tell you what, right now, Malvern is ready.
They got a lot of good closing speed on defense.
A lot of speed on the field.
Really getting to the ball carrier fast.
A lot of speed on the field. So here we go. Shotgun formation, 2 twins on each side. Running back flanked off to the right is Cersei. Cleveland steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run, and I think he's going to be short. He is going to be short of the first down. Looks like he is going to gain, looks like maybe 6 yards on that carry. So it's going to be 4th down and 4. Big call here. Robinson doesn't seem to be hesitating right here. Malvern has fared well on 4th down in this game. This is a massive play right here.
No hesitation in your own territory.
Cleveland drops back. He steps up. Does he have anywhere to go?
Nope.
It's going to be enough for a first down. He carried a defender across the stick just enough to get that first down. Big play by Cleveland.
Brad, I think he fell down for 5 yards.
I'm telling you.
I mean, he was tripping and stumbling.
My goodness.
What a play. He earned it. Fought for it.
That was a big play for the Senators right here. I tell you what, Malvern is feeling that juice right now. Hard count. Cleveland now looking to the sideline. Trying to see who he's got in the backfield with him. I believe that's Cersei. Cleveland drops back, throws over the middle. It's picked off. Now Malvern gets across the 50, all the way down to about the 47-yard line. Malvern actually bring it to the 42-yard line. That's number 24, Dyleon Carden. Again, I believe that's the second. No, number 23, I'm sorry. Hunter Adams. Hunter Adams with the pickoff. And Malvern right now is smelling upset.
A ball thrown behind Jacassin Wright on that play. And if that ball would have been thrown right on the numbers, he was going to walk into the end zone. He had one guy to beat, and I guarantee you he would have outran him.
So Malvern back out on the field in the single wing formation. Fake handoff. Watson gets up. He's going to get down to about the 38-yard line. That's going to be, let's say, a 5-yard gain there.
Not bad.
I'll tell you what, man. You put a ball in the end zone right here, and you are sitting in good position if you're Malvern.
That's all they're hoping for right now. I mean, just getting to start in Joe T. Robinson's territory. I mean, you have a short field. You have to take advantage of it.
9:08 to play here in the third quarter. Watson calling for the snap. Here's a snap. It's on the ground. He picks it up, gets off tackle. He's getting up. He's going to be close to the first down. Gets all the way down to the 33. That is going to be really close. Looks like the spot is going to bring just short. So that's going to be a 4-yard gain for Watson and 3rd down and 1, just where you want it if you're Malvern.
Well, it looked like he made it just a little bit farther than that, but I don't think they're going to have any trouble here, 3rd and 1.
Malvern.
And they've shown they can run the ball up the middle for 4 yards all day.
I don't know if it's just the uniforms or what, but Malvern to me looks quite a bit smaller along the front lines than what Robinson is, but they seem to be holding their own. Handoff goes to Dupree. Dupree bounces it outside, gets up.
I think forward progress will give him the
Depends on the spot. They're calling it fourth down here.
Wow.
So they move it just a little bit. I don't even think he gets one on that play. So really just.
It looks like that first cut he made upfield gave him forward progress.
So here's another.
I don't know.
Another massive play here as Malvern looks like they're going to go for it. Smart play on their part, by the way, to go for it here in their territory. So Malvern trying to get the play. Play clock down to 10 seconds. Malvern's got to go. Watson, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Watson calls for the snap. He fakes it. Gets up. Is that going to be enough? No, it looks like it's short. It looks like Robinson held him.
Oh.
Where's the spot?
Looks like they did.
And they did. They held him in two straight no gains for Malvern, and Robinson takes over.
Malvern's shown they can they've been good in the short running game. Not a whole lot of plays getting stuffed right at the line of scrimmage like that. I mean, normally they've been able to get 4 or 5 yards, but not when they really needed it right then. Joe T. Robinson coming up big.
So Robinson takes over on their 34-yard line. 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
I feel like that's how this entire game has been, just a fourth down stop and you turn right around.
So we got a little bit of a different play there. Searcy took the direct snap. It looks like they're running a Wildcat. And in that formation, looks like they ran an illegal one. And so that.
Too many men in motion, maybe?
Just too many in the backfield, probably. They called false start? Okay, so false start there. They had 2 running backs back there calling for the snap. They snapped it to Searcy. And what are they going to do here? They got.
It looks like this.
They're running a little single wing now. Ball gets up. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's gone. 50, 40, 30. Robinson's going to get on the board here. That's going to be a 71-yard touchdown run by Darryl Searcy. And the extra point. And the point is up, and it is good.
I don't think
Plenty
there was
to spare.
I don't think there was anybody 20 yards to him, Brad, when he walked into the end zone.
There definitely wasn't. So Robinson takes a 7-6 lead. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back here with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back here at Claude Mann Stadium, 7-6 is your score. Darryl Searcy breaks off a 71-yard touchdown run, and just like that, Robinson takes a 7-6 lead. And Robinson now ready to kick it off, but I'll tell you what, I think this one's going down to the wire.
That's right. I mean, early scoring right here. I mean, it took a long time to get those first points on the board in the first half, but looks like it's turning around here. And it looks like Malvern's going to start with pretty good field position.
There you go.
Great return. Down to the 42, but.
Got a flag.
Yeah.
On that return, that's Carter Martin. So officials are now talking it out.
Let's see what they're going to call here.
2 flags on the play. I don't know if they've got the same thing. Holding by Malvern. They're going to mark it off. And that's the first penalty by Malvern all night long.
Yeah, it was a big-time return, too. Getting all the way down to the 42.
And I tell you what.
They got to march all those yards off.
It's tough for Malvern right now in the offense that they're running. They're not picking up chunk plays. I mean, right now, the total yardage for Malvern, 83. Total yardage for Robinson, 272. Somehow it's a 7-6 ball game.
How about that? Yeah, that's a testament to how a defense can really just step up right when you need them to.
All right, so this is the Watson and Dupree show again. Handoff goes up to Dupree. Dupree gets up, crossed about the 38 to 39 of the 40. He's going to be marked right on the 40. That's an 8-yard gain for Dupree.
Drove that pile about 4 yards. Coming up 2nd down and 2.
Big play there. 2nd down and 2 for Malvern. Looking at the sideline, Watson and Dupree, whole sideline, or the whole huddle looking at the sideline, signaling the play. 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Watson getting ready to take the snap. Here's the snap. Handoff goes up the middle. Actually bounces it outside. Dupree just about got enough room. He crosses over the 44 to the 45. Going to be enough for a first down.
He needed just a little bit more sideline. He would have broke that one up the
5-yard gain. I think I'll give it to him again if I was them. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Malvern trying to get that play in just as quick as they can.
Seven to 6 is your score. Watson gets a little fake pitch there. He gets 3 on the play. Did they even move the clock on that play? 6:25 to go.
I don't think they did. They never started it.
They're trying to get it to move now. It is moving.
Going. Yeah.
So a few extra seconds in this ball game just picked up by both teams. We'll see if that makes a difference. Coming up on 6 minutes to go. 2nd down and 7. Fake pitch. They're throwing it. Watson. Well, that's really a tough throw right there.
Great defense there by Joe T. Robinson.
First pass of the ball game for Malvern. Yeah, and
these receivers are just tackles playing out wide. I mean, they've been just there to block all night long, but finally they get a pass play. And
nobody was fooled there.
No.
So now 3rd down and 7. Malvern has pulled out all the stops tonight. They brought in a second quarterback trying to throw it with him. It wasn't successful there.
Absolutely not. No, he got stuck.
So fake handoff. Watson gets up the field, gets into Robinson territory, down to about the 47.5. That's going to bring up a 4th down, though.
It's been a just different variations of that play all night.
And they're quick enough.
Yeah,
to make it happen.
If you can get 4 or 5 yards of carry every time you do that, I mean, you can march yourself right down the field.
Looks like Malvern might take a timeout here. No, they're not. Yeah, they are.
Looks like, they're going to take their first time out. They're going to have to.
They're going to take a timeout. Good time here to take a timeout. 4th down and 3. 7-6 is your score. 5 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this. Back here, the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Big play here in this ball game right here. 4th down and 3. 7-6 is your score. Robinson just scored on a big 71-yard touchdown run, and now Malvern is trying to keep the ball in their hands.
Yeah, Malvern coming up on a 4th down right here. 4th and 3. They got to convert this. Man, it looks like they're going to have a false start on the receiver.
That's a tough one right there.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start on number 1.
So now 4th and 3 goes to 4th and 8. And I don't know if it changes your mindset right now or not. I know that they feel like they've got to score, and it does change if they are going to punt. Feel like you
with the kind of game with the offense they're running right now, they're not set up to get 8 yards. They're just trying to run and just chew it up a little bit at a time, 4 or 5 yards here and there.
And
you would have to throw the ball to get more than 8 yards right now, and they're not throwing the ball.
Another false start here. Malvern backing up.
Man.
Malvern just picked up their first penalty of the ball game just a few minutes ago. Now they've got 3.
Yeah, they didn't have any in the first half at all.
So here we go. 4th down and 13. Well, ball almost went over the punter's head. No rush, and it was kicked straight up in the air.
My goodness, I don't think they're going to know where that ball
Terrible
is.
bounce from Malvern, and it bounces all the way back to the 45-yard line. That is a 3-yard punt.
Well, Brad, oh, man. Yeah, you have to be glad it wasn't negative yards. I mean, 3's terrible. But if it was in the negative, oh, my goodness. We can hear people in the press box laughing next to us.
Unbelievable. 3-yard punt. You don't see that too often. And here we go now. Ball on the 45-yard line. You feel like Robinson seems to have the momentum squarely in their corner with 5:09 left here in the third quarter of play.
That one's going to make the blooper reel for sure.
And they're bringing out the old Wildcat formation again here. Direct snap. He gets up the field. I think they found something here.
Yeah. Boy, it looked like he was going to be down for a 10-yard run. It looked like he got 10 more.
19 yards on that carry. Ooh. They're giving Malvern a little bit of a taste of their own medicine right now.
Yeah, just running it right down their throat. I mean, a little bit.
This is a single wing. They're running single wing right now. Number 1, that's Jakaisen Wright. He got up the field. That's another first down.
Malvern's got no answer.
And
there's too many possibilities. I mean,
hey,
take the handoff there. I mean, yeah.
This is an interesting looking offense right now.
Got some blocks, and he's going to.
Oh,
so close.
I think the turf monster got him, but there's going to be a hold back here.
Yeah.
So Noah Freeman's 13-yard run is going to be negated, a holding penalty. But again, it looks like Robinson has found something, and they're running what I have seen as a single wing. They look really good in doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a completely different look than what we've seen. I mean, we haven't seen Jack Cleveland in a quarterback this entire drive, and they are really moving the ball down the field.
So first down, and it looks like about 16 to go.
Call it 17.
I'll call it.
There's the snap.
It looked like it went to the running back.
It is.
Direct snap.
Again, trying to see these numbers. I can't tell if that's number 1. I think it was. Number 1, Jakaisen Wright. Gets all the way back to the sticks, picks up 7 yards on the play. Yeah, we need some more black around those numbers.
Those numbers, yeah, we got to have some outline so we can see.
But here we are. They have.
Oh, and they blow it dead. I don't think he was going to get very far anyway.
So Wright is he's a single wing quarterback, and in single wing you can run it if you want, or you can hand it off a lot of times. And the dead giveaway is that spin move that they're doing in the backfield.
Yeah.
And boy, I tell you what, they are doing something, some big time stuff here. noticed number 76 coming in. I don't have his name on the roster here, but Malvern's trying to beef up on the defensive line now.
76, that's Vinny Winters.
Good call. Right, the little spin move. He bounces outside.
Move.
What a play, what a run. That's a touchdown. 19-yard touchdown run by Ja'Kyson Wright. And like I said, Robinson seems to have found something in this single wing, and that makes the score 13-6, extra point pending.
Somebody's down there playing Madden with that juke move, Brad.
My goodness, what a play, what a run.
He was just about to get tackled, and you talk about bouncing into the outside, and he scooted to the inside.
Boy, I tell you what, I'm so impressed by the speed that I'm seeing from both teams tonight. It's been a lot of fun to watch this game so far. The extra point is up, and it is good. Robinson has found their offense here against Malvern.
Yeah, I think they finally got it figured out. It took an entire first half of not being able to find the end zone at all.
We're gonna go to a quick break. We'll be back with more Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Robinson's kicking off as we're back on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Dupree gets the kickoff, gets across the 30, down to about the 32, 33. Maybe it gets, we'll say 33-yard line there. 4:05 left to play here in the third quarter. Malvern needs to do something now.
They do. I mean, they've got to expand their thinking a little bit on offense. This, either handing it off to Dupree or the Watson keeper, it's got to be, you got to make it a little bit more complicated than that. Because right now, Joe T. Robinson, they're reacting to specifically that. So you've got to find a way to get around them.
So here we go. Watson calling for the snap, pitches it out to Dupree. Dupree gets up, crosses the 35-yard line. Going to mark it at the 36. That's going to be a 3-yard gain.
And again, Joe T. Robinson just right there waiting on them. I mean,
they know right now Malvern's not looking to pass the ball.
No, they're not. And when they are, the one time or two times we've saw them pass the ball, I mean, they have just tight man coverage.
And I tell you what, got to give credit to Malvern for battling it out like they have, being a little bit undermanned. I'd love to see what this game would be like with Cedric Simmons on the field. Nice play there by Robinson getting into the backfield, and right now they're just blitzing the house. They're just they're going to make Malvern beat them through the air, and they should.
In that time, Malvern lined up 3 receivers on the left side out wide, and Joe T. Robinson kept one corner on that side. For all 3 of those receivers, they had one single high safety, and that's ultimately you have no respect for their passing game at all.
It. 2:55 remaining. Watson trying to get outside. Ooh. Ball's on the ground. Looks like good job there by Robinson. Again, I'm trying to see a number.
Well, we know his first name's Dylan. His coaches just
85,
screamed his name.
I believe. Is that right? I don't have 85. But good play anyway. I'm going to have to start getting some of these rosters from the coaches before the game instead of depending on the scorebook live roster. You never know with those.
Well, what good's the roster when we can't even see their numbers? And the snap's too high.
Malvern trying to bring it out now. They're in trouble, and this game, is momentum has completely flipped. Punt was snapped over the head of the punter. Ball was on the 31-yard line. They lose 28 yards, and I'll tell you what, the last two punts have been really disastrous for Malvern.
And right there, that's all on the long snapper. I mean, you've got to do a better job getting the ball to your punter on that one. I mean, he's left back there with just nothing to do on the 2-yard line, and they just swarm him. And now Joe T. Robinson 2 yards away from a touchdown.
So they're bringing back that single wing. What if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And again,
Cersei trying to get outside. Nice defense there by Malvern.
It looked like he had some room there, but they kept forcing him to the outside until he just ultimately just ran out of room.
We got a player down. Looks like number 15 from Malvern, Carter Martin.
He's plays corner for him on defense, but he's one of their starting receivers as well on offense.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back here with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Robinson 14, Malvern 6. We'll be back in just a moment.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Good news is Martin walking off on his own power. Bad news for Malvern is Robinson's still 3 yards away and trying to get this to a 2-score ball game. And
keeps it right up the middle.
Yep, and there we go. That's another touchdown for Robinson. And Wright, Ja'Kyson Wright, he's really thriving in this single wing offense.
That's right. I mean, they're nothing they can do to stop him right now, and there's too many options for him as a quarterback.
I'll tell you what I'm seeing right now is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've not seen this ran with the type of athletes that Robinson has. And, boy, it's beautiful. It really is. So 20-6 is the score. Extra point is up. Almost blocked.
So
good effort
close
by Malvern, but it's good. So we're going to take another quick break. 21-6 is your score. Robinson with the lead, and we'll be back here in just a moment with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Back here at Claude Benn Stadium, and Robinson has taken over here in the third quarter, scoring 21 points. And, boy, if Malvern has any plans on staying in this ball game, this drive, they must score.
I mean, you've got to at least try something in the passing game. You got to at least
make them respect it.
Get them to respect it a little bit. Just get a couple of those guys out of the box just to try to open up a little bit in the run game.
Oh, kickoff is fumbled. Trying to get up, you're not going to get.
Nope.
Oh, boy. I don't know if that was a horse collar or not.
No, I think you got him. You got him around front.
He did.
Yeah,
he sure did. That's a big-time play there. And, again, you're not going to get east-west really on either one of these teams. There's too much speed on the field.
Oh, yeah.
And number 21, Anthony Freeman Jr. With the tackle. So now Malvern starts on the 15 and really haven't shown the ability to drive down the field so far this game except for one time. But whatever they're going to do, they must do it quickly with 1 minute, 45 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And they're coming out in this same formation.
Handoff gets up. Oh, boy, almost there. And I'll tell you what, you got to credit the tackling of Robinson. Robinson had...
They don't let you get away in the open field.
I tell you what, it looked like there was going to be a crease there, and then all of a sudden that crease turned into a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, they really wrap up, and then they're not just looking to pop you. They're looking to really tackle you. Not trying to strip the ball out or anything like that, just worried about getting you on the ground.
Jalen Dupree, 17 carries, 65 yards. Braylon Watson, 15 carries for 50 yards. That's really all that you've got for Malvern so far. Dupree gets up all the way out to about the 30-yard line. That's going to be a 12-yard gain for Dupree. Dupree has seemed to be able to hit a rhythm. They really need to feed him when he's in that rhythm. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Ball on the 30-yard line. Malvern looking at the sideline. And I'll tell you what, you miss a guy like Cedric Simmons right here because he can throw it, he can run it.
Yeah.
And this would be a great ball game right now if Simmons was in this ball game.
If their offense could be two-dimensional right now, I think it would give Joe T. Robinson fits.
Oh, no doubt. Dupree.
Same play.
And he is met. And, boy, you don't want him to get hurt right there. Big number 53 for Robinson. That is Micah Pennington. And so Pennington wraps up Dupree. He loses 3. It's second down and 13, and it looks like we might run the quarter out here.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to snap the ball in 10 seconds.
So Malvern is going to wrap it up. That's going to be the end of the third quarter here for us. 21-6. Robinson scores 21 unanswered points in the third quarter to take control of this ball game. Malvern's got to do something to answer in the fourth quarter. Stay tuned with us, and we'll be back right after this with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Your family is your most prized possession. You want to take care of them. You want to give them the very best. And when it comes to choosing a pharmacy, you'll want someone who knows your name and understands both you and your way of life. At Rose Drug, they will take care of your family just like you were their own. They'll be someone that you can trust with the ones that you love the most. That's Rose Drug in Russellville. Call 968-1323 today.
Back here at Malvern, it is really crunch time here for the Leopards. They need to find a way to score and score quickly to be able to get themselves back into this ball game, have a chance at the end. Dupree gets up the field, but he is met. And I'm telling you, these holes are closing quickly. You just look, you think you've got a hole there, and then all of a sudden you don't.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Initially at the line of scrimmage, Malvern's doing a pretty good job. But those linebackers are just filling the holes quicker than the running back can get there.
So Malvern now bringing in another quarterback, just trying to see if they can get something maybe going in the passing game. Evan Myers coming in. He dropped back to pass one time and was sacked. And now we got third down and 13. So
they have no choice but to try to.
They're bringing the blitz. He throws out to Dupree. Dupree can't come up with it, and that's going to bring up fourth down. And they're not going to have any other choice but to punt. And
way too far.
A little extracurricular activity there after the play, and the coaches were trying to get a personal foul on Robinson, but it wasn't going to be. Nice job by the officials there not to throw a flag in that situation. And now Malvern's punting, and I tell you what, it just kind of feels like this one might be over.
Yeah, unless we really see a complete 180 from Malvern's offense, I don't think they're going to be able to come back on this one.
End over end punt, picked up.
And look, reversing field.
Again, speed. Speed wins the day here in the 4A7. Right. And it looked like maybe number 10. Is that, again, having a hard time seeing the numbers there. We got a flag. Let's see what the flag is. Holding on Robinson. Going to back him up. Robinson had several penalties in this ball game, but at the end of the day, it really isn't going to matter. It doesn't look like anyway. There's some things that Robinson can clean up. I know they didn't feel good about the first half of play. You got to give credit to the Robinson coaches for adjusting their game plan, and they're going right back to it again, bringing everybody in tight. They're going to take advantage of that big offensive line, and E'Marion Harris, guy that we're here to watch.
Oh, they want to keep that clock moving. They want to. I mean, they got the lead. Don't do anything to give them the ball back.
And they ran right behind Harris, and good kick out by him, and they've got down all the way down to the 15 to the 13-yard line, 35-yard gain. Obliterated the guy.
Yeah.
Opened the hole up.
It's hard to see the Malvern defender because he's standing
so
in front
big.
of him. Yeah.
Good job there by Malvern to close off the edge.
Yeah.
Talk about setting the edge. A lot of times the team that can set the edge the best is the one that wins. Right now, the edge is being set by Robinson. Loss of 2 on the play there by Noah Freeman. Right, takes the snap, spin, bounces off a tackler, kind of getting up in the hole there. Malvern's there, though. Nice play by Malvern.
Looks like credit to him. I mean, that guy has a lot of speed, a lot of quickness, and he'll make a couple guys miss, but they stay with it, and they play defense as a team.
3rd and 10. Malvern has to keep Robinson from scoring at this point. Nothing.
Yeah, another score here, and it's too far out of reach, I think, Brad. 2-score game right now, but 3-score game, that's the kicker.
The 2 scores feel like 1,000.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But 3 scores just pretty much does it.
Absolutely.
And we got Cleveland back in the game at quarterback.
And they don't know what they're going to do.
Looks like Robinson's going to time out. We're going to take a timeout with them. 21-6 is your score, and we'll be back here in just a moment with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Cleveland pulls one down and gets all the way out. Looks like he might have got a first down on that run. And that might.
He got awful close to the goal line there.
Yeah. And it is going to bring up a 1st and goal. Cleveland got all the way down to the 3. I think that was an 11-yard game. And I'll tell you what, boy, that one just really puts damper on Malvern. So back to that single wing formation. Wright calling for the snap. Now he looks back to the sideline. And we've got just a lot of big bodies on that front line. Goes straight up the middle is, I believe that was number 27. And it looks like Robinson did they call it? They sure did. Touchdown Robinson. Ashton Williams with the touchdown. And that makes the score 27-6. It pretty much puts it out of reach of Malvern.
And Joe T. Robinson doing a good job of making their extra points so far. 3 for 3.
Almost blocked
and
in.
Makes it 4 for 4.
And 4 for 4 that is. And that makes the game 28-6 with 8 minutes and 48 seconds to go. And we'll be back here in just a moment with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Here for the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Ball's on the ground. Malvern is able to fall on it.
Well, he came running for that football fast, and it just hit him and bounced right off of him.
Jared Barber.
He had to jump right on it.
Jared Barber comes up with it. And
he'll hear it from the coaches, I'm sure.
8 minutes and 47 seconds to go. 28-6 is your score. Ball is going to be placed on, what is that, about the 37. So about the 38-yard line is what they're going to call it.
And they're bringing out Evan Myers again. They're going to have to throw the ball if they're going to have any chance of coming back.
So they're trying to get a little bit quicker strikes here. Boy, they're bringing the blitz. They caught him in that blitz, but not quite quick enough. Carter Martin with the catch. And the ball.
Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 4.
Yep, 2nd and 4.
Ball at the 44.
So Myers completes his first pass of the game. They're bringing the house. They're throwing it deep to Martin.
Oh, man.
Nothing there.
Didn't look like the corner for Joe T. Robinson got his head around to locate the football at all, but thrown a little bit behind him. You could tell he was running full speed, and he had to really slow down his strides.
There wasn't any separation there
no,
at all. I mean,
not at all.
They
couldn't get away from him.
Yeah, just too much speed over there. 8:15 to go, 28-6. Myers in at quarterback. Malvern trying to do something here to get themselves back in the game, and really, if nothing else, playoff points now come into play.
Oh, man.
You can win by 13 is the most, and Malvern thinking maybe we could get back into inside the 13 for tie breaks.
Yeah,
so
I mean that's really what they're hoping for now. I mean, a 3-3 team. I mean they're really gonna have to. I mean, every single win counts for these guys trying to make the playoffs right now.
So 4th down here, Malvern's got to go for it. 4th and 4. Myers throws it to number 9. He gets to the 50. That's going to be enough for a first down. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure how that.
I can't believe that wasn't picked off, Brad. And that ball was in the air way too long, and there were 3 Joe T. Robinson Senators around it.
6-yard gain.
They should have had it.
6-yard gain there, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Robinson is not – they're not playing around. They're putting pressure, and lots of it on Myers. Myers gets it out there, though, back to Martin. Martin cuts back in, gets close to the first down. He's going to pick up 9, and Martin doing a good job out there.
That time, Joe T. Robinson only with a 4-man rush. They've been blitzing him a lot, but I bet he's hoping he sees that again, but I don't know. I'd put a lot more pressure on him than that.
So Myers looking to the sideline. 7:22 to go.
4-man rush
Myers
again.
looking deep. He's trying to throw it out there. Let his guy run underneath it. Robinson's there, though.
There, number 7, Trey Richardson, the intended receiver, but I think he could have done a lot better job fighting to get to the football.
Yeah, you got to help him out for sure. You got to go after it. So 7:17 to go now. Three of 6 on the game for Myers. 21 yards on 3 of 6, and
looks like it's going to be a timeout in Malvern.
Malvern's going to take a timeout. Let's just stay right here. And, boy, I tell you what, Blake, I'm looking forward. 11 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to be on the Hill watching the Razorbacks take on the Auburn Tigers. Arkansas trying to get back into the winning ways. Boy, I tell you what, it's a big one up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to. I mean, you can't lose 3 games in a row. I mean, 5-2 looks a lot better than 4-3.
Well, you look at 5-2, and you think if they if they beat Auburn, they've got a great chance to beat UAPB.
Yes.
That would get them to 6-2.
Yeah. That's going to be a nail biter.
Yeah, right.
That's a nail biter.
Right. I mean, like almost 100. When I say great, I mean almost 100%.
I don't think Pittman's going to be able to get them all the way ready for that UAPB game.
Right. And then you got 3 of your last 4 you're probably going to be favored in, all except for Alabama. So you got a chance to set yourself up for a great season with a victory. So Malvern back out with 7:17 to play. Myers calling for the snap, 3rd and short. Myers goes up the middle. He picks up the first down.
No draw about that. It's just a quarterback power.
That's it. 3-yard gain by Myers, and he keeps the drive alive. Gets a new set of downs. Malvern has really struggled on offense tonight, just 113 total yards for the Leopards. Myers looking at the sideline. You got twins on each side. Throwing a little quick one, and boy, it was almost picked off, and that was 6. He knows it.
He read that perfectly. As soon as those receivers stopped, he was already running for the football, and man, you hate that for him.
Rawani Bonner just about had 6 points right there.
So they would have never caught up to him. I mean, he had all the momentum.
No, they would
going the other way.
Some Deion Sanders high-stepping in that one.
That's right.
Throw goes over to McAllister. McAllister getting some tough yardage. They're trying to strip the ball from him.
He just about got it out of there, too.
And that's going to move the sticks there. Nice job by McAllister. He gets 10, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Time is winding down, though, on the Leopards. Myers trying to move them down as quickly as he can. This is the deepest they've been in Robinson territory in the second half. Nice throw. Carter Martin was intended a little bit high, and that one was almost picked off as well.
Yeah, it hit the Joe T. Robinson player right in the face mask. Should have had it.
So looking at some scores, you got Arkadelphia 42-12 in the fourth quarter over Haskell Harmony Grove. Ashdown up 26-21 at Nashville. You got Crossett up 31-7 at Monticello, and Warren up 42-7 at DeWitt. Myers going to take the snap. Quarterback power, as you would say, lowers his head. He gets to the 20-yard line. We've got a flag coming in after the play. That's going to be a 7-yard gain here, and let's see what the referee has to say. Looks like they're going to move it back.
Evan Myers not a small guy. I mean, He's a thick dude. I mean, he running right downhill like that, lowering his shoulder. I mean, who wants to tackle that?
He did. He really, you've got to think twice about tackling that for sure. I mean, he really came in hard, but unfortunately the play was wiped out by a penalty. So second down and 18, I should say. Myers with the quick throw, getting a little bit of a screen action going on there. That's number 14, Ethan Martin. Ethan Martin with the catch. That's going to get all the way up to the 32-yard line. 6 minutes to go, just a 3-yard gain there. And another completion for Myers.
Looking at 3rd and 18. We're looking at 3rd and 15 now.
This is 4-down territory, so no matter what they do here, they're going to go for it.
And they're bringing the pressure on Myers.
Deep. He had a man, and he's got it. That's Martin. That's a touchdown. Good throw by Myers. That's a 32-yard touchdown from Myers, Carter Martin. And I don't know if he's surprised that he caught it. I feel like I am a little bit there.
Yeah.
But great play there by Carter Martin to make the score 28-12 with 5:36 remaining in the ballgame. Onside kick here, no matter what happens.
Well,
But,
anything to get that ball back.
Malvern.
Yeah, got to.
Malvern trying to get themselves within 14. They're going to bring the ball over to the left hash. They're going to flood the right side of the field. Myers back to take the snap. You've really got 4 on the right side, rolling right, throwing to the end zone. It's no good. Pass was intended for Trey Richardson, and that's going to bring us to a score of 28-12. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back here with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We're back here at the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, brought to you by the Arkansas Army National Guard. Upcoming, we expect an onside kick. John Francis says in the comments, Arkadelphia beat Harmony Grove 42-19. That was the final score there. Arkadelphia is definitely a player in the 4A7. Got beat by Robinson a couple weeks back. Now Malvern trying to take their shot at Robinson. And let's see if Malvern can come up with the onside kick here. Oh, here it is. There's the kick. He kicks it deep instead. Number 21 gets it up the middle. He makes a move. Uh-oh, he's got one man to beat.
He's going to be gone.
He's at the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, good move. Cuts across to the 15. Malvern gets the angle. He gets all the way down to the 10-yard line.
My goodness.
What a play. And, again, I feel like Robinson just throws so many athletes at you. Anthony Freeman Jr. picked that one up and just about took it to the house. It's amazing when you can bring guys off the bench like that.
Yeah, guys we haven't seen all night. I mean, he was just back there as the onside return or the onside kick return guy, and the far way in the back. I mean,
and he almost took it back to the house.
And he's got, just burner speed.
So yes, not only are they in the red zone, it's 1st and goal. Ball on the 9-yard line. Cleveland back in at quarterback. Hands the ball off, bounces it, gets up back into the middle. Going to get down to, looks like about the 5-yard line there, so a 4-yard gain. I'm not sure who carried it. I can't tell the number. Maybe I can look on the camera and see who had it. So it looks like a timeout. Let's just stay here, injury timeout. Actually, let's go to a quick break here with the injury timeout. 4:59 to go, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Back, and coming off the field for Malvern is number 46, who we don't have on the roster. Wynn beats Batesville tonight, 31-0. Thanks to Ron Hopper for the score. Give us your Razorback score while you're in the comments here as we wind this game down. Who do you think will win tomorrow? Bill has 27-21 Arkansas. I think I picked 34-24 on the Razor Wire. You can, if you like Razorback talk, you want to watch the Razor Wire on Thursdays in midday. I'd love to say high noon, but we're pretty close to it anyway. Live from the Old Bank Restaurant, Sports Bar, and Grill there at Russellville. But if you like that, we've definitely got it there, and you can watch that right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Just replay that here between now and tomorrow. It's still relevant. So anyway, but if you want to give us your high school scores, give us some scores now with 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go now. And if you've got any of your high school scores out there, let us know what those are if you've got anything going to a final. Cleveland takes a snap, fakes the handoff, bootleg. He's rolling to the right, tries to throw it back. What a throw. Oh, my goodness, that's a touchdown.
He
and that's
caught it. He did.
That's to right. What a play by Cleveland and by Wright. And, I mean, what a good camera work there by Trey Johnson as well. He got it all the way. Jakyrus Wright with the touchdown. Cleveland picks up the touchdown pass, and the score's 34-12.
A big-time play. We didn't think we were going to see Jack Cleveland back in this game. They had the other offense working so smooth, but, I mean, he came in, throws another touchdown pass.
He sure does. Extra point is good. 35-12, 4:25 remaining. We'll be back here with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week right after this. Drink about all the water that there is to drink here in Malvern and the refrigerators. I'll tell you what, the hospitality here has been unbelievable. I tell you what, we will be back. We want to see Cedric Simmons play. We definitely came to see E'Marion Harris, but we definitely want to see Cedric Simmons play. So, yes, we did. We saw him last year, Cedric Simmons. We talked about him a lot in Primetime Preps on ESPN last year. ESPN Arkansas. We had a show there with Ty Richardson, Tommy Kraft, and man, we saw a lot of Simmons. We saw a lot of running and passing, and he did a great job. I'd love to have seen him. This would have been a fun night tonight. Malvern picks up the kickoff off the ground, getting around the end, get across to the 45, 50, and round about to the 48-yard line of Robinson. Great move there by number 80, which is Dante Cagle. Great play there by Cagle.
Yeah, really, what are we going to see from this Malvern offense? Are we going to see more of Evan Myers? Or, I mean, are we going to see Braylon Watson in at quarterback? I mean, what are they going to try to do to try to catch up if it's possible?
It looks like you're getting some second teamers in there. Myers is throwing the ball. They're going to keep throwing it, keep trying to make something happen here. Myers does have a touchdown pass on the last play. and a 32-yarder to Carter Martin. So now Myers trying to drive Malvern back down the field again. That's the best drive that they've had in quite a while. Handoff goes up the middle. Ball is stopped down to about the...
Well, they're trying to push that foul. It's going somewhere.
Okay, guys, it's stopped. Dupree had the ball. He gets about 3 yards on the carry. I'd like to see...
Somehow one of the linemen ended up with the football.
All right. I'd like to see Dupree in an offense, not necessarily against what they're doing right now, but when you got Simmons in the game, you've got an opportunity to be a little bit more diverse. I think Dupree can thrive in that.
Yeah, with Simmons at quarterback and you can put Dupree and Watson both at running back. Or you can really, split out Braylon Watson out at receiver too.
Myers throwing the quick toss there. Well, that was a dangerous pass. Incomplete.
Tight window there. If he would have caught it, he would have took a lick.
So 3rd down and 6 here. 4-down territory once again for Malvern. You hadn't seen just a ton of punts tonight.
No.
A lot of going for it on 4th down.
We had the one punt for 3 yards.
I think you're trying.
We'll never forget it.
I think you're trying to see a little bit more of that now as college football teams go to that. Myers is going to pick up a loss, and that's going to be a loss of 1. And Evan Myers trying to make something happen
if you're Malvern, why not just go for it?
Oh, at this point, throw it. Just see what happens.
Yeah,
chunk it in. Maybe even if they pick it off, it's as good as a punt. 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go now. Evan Myers with a little out. It was there.
Went right through his hands.
Pass is incomplete. And Robinson gets the ball now. Under 3 minutes to go. And at this point, you're probably looking to see him move a lot of clock. Malvern's got to get him on the ground, though. Lately, it's been a little bit tougher. Overall, for Malvern, 168 yards of total offense, 66 yards passing, 102 yards rushing. For Robinson, you have 260 yards rushing, 121 yards passing, a touchdown on that, 381 total yards. Robinson really has just dominated here in the second half.
Yeah, you can tell these Malvern players, as they're walking out for defense right now, they're walking pretty slow. A lot of them look like they're kind of limping around. Very, very tired Malvern defense, very tired Malvern team right now, and they are, they're gonna fight to the end, but I think they're looking forward to the end of this one.
Trying to get some scores here, according to Fearless Friday, Batesville Southside 59, Central Arkansas Christian 13, Lone Oak 21, Little Rock Mills 6, Shiloh Christian 42, Gentry 13. I know that's one that Robinson fans have a lot of eyes on at this point. Tough one going on right now in Morrilton, Alma 28 and Morrilton 28. .254 left.
What do you think, Brad, right here? Run?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Malvern gets to the ball's on the ground. That's going to be a big loss right there.
Well, he fell on it.
Evan.
The quarterback came back and just fell right on top of it.
Evan Olamy. And that's going to be 2nd down and long way. 2nd down and 24. 14-yard loss there.
Yeah, 2nd and a quarter of the field.
Don't look at it so negatively.
Yeah.
Handoff, trying to get it outside. He's got nowhere to go, and we got a flag on the play.
2nd down, half empty.
Right?
Boy, without the flag, they were going to lose even more yards. Depends on what the call is here. They might push them back even farther.
So 1:53 to play now.
Number 69 coming into the ball game for Malvern. So he was the guy that was in the band at halftime.
So face mask, 15-yarder. It is not an automatic first in high school. So it moves it within the sticks. Olamy looking for the snap. 142 and counting. Got a flag on the play. False start, moves them back 5 yards. Well, Blake, looking forward to a couple weeks from now when Quincy McAdoo and the Clarendon Lions take on Des Arc. Going to be one of the top 2A games in the state.
That's going to be the best athlete in the state of Arkansas, and I'm excited we're going to have the chance to watch him in person.
So we're debating on taking a week off, actually a couple weeks off, because we got the 4A state volleyball tournament as well coming up, and you can watch that right here on the Arkansas Sports Network if you're interested in volleyball. We are going to have that for you. Under a minute to play here, 35-12 is your score. And so we may not have another one until that Quincy McAdoo game. We're kind of looking at things for next week.
Well, they got 5 seconds to snap the ball right here. Let's see if they can get it off.
Probably not going to. 2, 1. Yep, they're going to give it to him, and they down it. And that probably is going to be the last play of the ball game.
Yep.
And I think it is.
30 seconds left and 35 on the play clock. So
35-12 is your final score. Robinson scores 35 in the second half to beat the Malvern Leopards. And we're going to wrap things up here from Claude Band Stadium here in just a moment. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Robinson 35, Malvern 12, and we'll be back in a moment.
I hope he's not working.
And that's what I really like about Sam Pittman. He's always genuine, and I really think he's very happy to be at the University of Arkansas.
Did I put a question mark in the teleprompter again? I forget you literally read that thing like exactly as it's written.
Oh, come on, Bill. You know you're just as off the cuff as Sam Pittman is.
At least y'all ain't got a wasp nest out here to deal with the size of Brad's head.
If people only knew what went on behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. For real, this is not Sports Center.
Gen Z is a stalled generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back here as we wrap up the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week. Robinson comes up with 35 points in the second half to win 35-12. We were here to see the big Razorback commitment of E'Marion Harris, and you can see big 76 on the screen right there. I'll tell you what, he was pretty impressive, especially the way he moves for such a big man.
And like you said during the broadcast, if he gets his hands on you, it's over. And there was nobody for Malvern that was anywhere close to his size. Nobody to really challenge him off the edge. So, really, I mean, we got to look at his speed. And I had talked about it before, getting to the second level, getting on those linebackers. I mean, as soon as he got on those guys too, I would have loved to have counted pancake blocks tonight.
I tell you what, I love the way the big men moved. I mean, they pulled him out of the tackle spot.
Yes.
Many times during the game, and He was always there. Nice. He had a nice kick-out block for an almost touchdown run there late in the ball game. But, Malvern, really gave him a challenge early. You could tell that Malvern was feeling the juju as far as just the energy goes. But at the end of the day, I think Robinson, the better team, probably won. Again, I would have liked to have seen this game with Cedric Simmons. But I guess we'll have to catch Cedric.
We'll try to catch him at a different time. But, he's got a couple more years eligibility left, or maybe one or two. So, we got time to watch him.
So he is a junior, and so we'll definitely try to be back here some point to watch Cedric Simmons play, maybe even next season. But we're going to wrap things up here from Malvern, and again, 35-12 is the score. And don't forget, you can watch the Razor Wire if you like Razorback Talk. That one's up right now. You can watch it here on the Arkansas Sports Network, talking Arkansas, Auburn, live from the Old Bank Old Bank Arena Restaurant and Sports Bar. We have the Arkansas.
They'll be big enough to sponsor an arena one day.
There you go. The Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week here. You watch that. We'll have something for you in a couple weeks. We might have something for you next week. Just be watching out for announcements there. Just got a lot of things going on. Also, the 4A state volleyball tournament, 26th through the 28th, if you're a volleyball fan. I'm going to wrap things up for the crew. Blake Miller, Brad Caldwell. I'm going to say so long. We'll be back sometime soon with the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.